Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Brian and Jim here with Drink a Beer and Play a Game, and this is nothing more than a thank you video for helping us reach 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we finally did it. It took 2.5 years to do, but we made it. Obviously didn't think we'd actually make it this far this fast.
Yeah, honestly, when we first started doing this, it was just for fun.
We sucked.
We sucked. That was a big part. We also had our microphone, used to be the Rock Band microphone, duct taped to the end of one of my old hockey sticks as a mic stand. So that's how we started.
And then the stick broke, and then the mic was inside of a candle.
Yeah. So we made it work. We ghetto-rigged it, but what the hell? We still made it work for us. Really, the purpose of starting this whole site and channel was we appreciated other YouTubers and other reviewer sites, but we felt there was things they weren't hitting on, and we just happened to want to combine our love of beer with things. How we came about doing it obviously evolved over time, but I think we got it down to a near perfect science.
Probably, and also because anytime we're like, yeah man, we should start that fucking show, we were probably drunk most of those times, until we actually finally decided to do it. I think we talked about it for like 2 years before we finally decided to make our first video.
Yeah, our goals changed from our first thing was...
You can go into that, Jesus.
Yeah, so I like to call myself the planner, and I had this whole goal of we're going to go through and first figure out the best fighting game for every system, and it started off with the NES. There's only 5 fighting games. And then we literally have footage from every single Super NES and Sega Genesis fighting game, and we got friggin' burned out. Like, just playing everyone back to back to back. So we needed to sprinkle in sports games. Anything to break up the monotony. And then eventually it just evolved to, okay, well, let's pick specific series, or let's start doing themed months. And if you are a fan of our channel, you'll notice there's a ton of different types of videos we've done. Not only reviews, top 10s, drunken long plays, drinking games, anything that can combine the two things, and even some one-offs like our old 6-pack of the month video, which went nowhere fast because that was a lot of work, and we were like, we don't think anyone will appreciate this.
Or the beer brawl, which we may bring back, but...
That'll definitely be brought back, because that was creatively fun. Whereas, like, you know, we want to do things that are fun. We're obviously not here to just try and get quick views, and we have really just loved over the past couple months. Our viewership comment section has just been blowing up, and interacting with you guys is one of the things we love the most. And kind of moving forward, we do have some plans that we'll announce probably next month, but we have a very much more structured way we want to organize our channel, which at the end of the day will mean more videos per week and just being a little more organized for you guys.
Yeah, and I mean, to reiterate what Bryce said before, I mean, it seems like we have different people who talk to us on different platforms. So we have the people we only hear from on Facebook, the ones we hear from on Twitter, the ones we hear from on Instagram, the ones we hear from in the comments. So it's really been cool to get to know a lot of you guys over these past couple years. And we really do genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah, and one thing...
And to anyone who's ever shared our content, especially when we were shitty, but even especially today. Because we're better than we were, but there's still improvement to be done. So, again, thank you.
Yeah, we recognize we're not perfect, and it's odd because we actually got a comment this morning on a video, our very first video, and he made a very valid point. He said, where the hell is the beer integrated with the game?
That took a while.
Yeah, so it's been a growing process. Things will change with us, but I mean, what you've come to see as of recent, you'll probably just see that more and more refined as we go along. So, I mean, obviously, we're always open to suggestions, and we're always trying to grow and experience new ways to make videos for you guys that are entertaining. Because Jim and I, we're not comedians. Any jokes we have, anything that comes up is how me and him actually go back and forth. All the hitting of him, it's legit. 90% of the time, it's like this.
Ah! Fuck!
That's his wife. He's in trouble.
It's up there. Right now, it's our lighting for this video.
Yeah. So, like I said, we're not... So, for anyone who is wondering, we don't write scripts. We literally sit down with some beer, start talking about the game after we've played it for an excessive amount of time, and just generally talk.
Yeah, and we try to beat the game and do as much as we can in them before we get to it, so That's why we really haven't delved too much into RPGs yet, even though it's coming. Because, putting 20, 30, 80 hours into a game and trying to do what we feel is a legitimate review takes time. So that's also why, luckily, we have the podcast videos and other random bullshit to be filler.
Yeah, and speaking of our reviews, I mean, the biggest thing, whenever you watch any of our reviews or top 10s, realize we legitimately went through and played the games. We'll never make a top 10 and just do it based off... if we said it's a top 10 best NES baseball games, you can bet your ass we played every single one. So that's why you don't see more top 10s, because we legitimately want to play through all the games in a certain series so we know what we're talking about. And we try our best when scoring games and when ranking them. Leave nostalgia out of it 100%.
Hard to do.
Yeah, because, hey, my favorite game is Resident Evil, and guess what? I know it's not a perfect game. I know it will never be the best game, but I still love it. And for some people, that concept, it gets muddy. Like Jim with a lot of his games.
What? Just because my favorite game is Star Fox 64, which happens to be a perfect game in every way, that doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. That's my point. So we try and leave all that at the door and give you the most fairest review from two guys who are just drinking beers and actually enjoying the game.
Most fairest, good grammar.
Yep. I speak good.
He words well.
So to wrap all this up, we do want to say we really appreciate you guys with the commenting, liking, sharing our content, and just watching us. If you ever want to see something, you can get a hold of us in a million different ways. It's all linked below, and we're still going to be here for you guys, so we appreciate all the support.
Exactly. Even if you don't like something we do, let us know. We're always open to more criticism. God knows I've heard enough about goddamn Simpsons hit and run in these 3 years, so...
That was his fuck
perfectly fine.
So, all right, guys. Till next time, cheers.
Cheers.